Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented by the NDOT Highway Safety Office, who reminds you to buckle up and put the phone down.
Farrell swings and lifts a high fly ball to right center field. Wilkinson back into right, still going back, and she can't make the catch. It's down for a hit. Kitty around third. She's going to come in to score. Huskers win. Huskers win. Huskers win. 2-1. 3-1 pitch, and that ball's ripped into right field. That's chasing McDonald back. He watches that go over his head and over the wall. That's a 2-run shot for Cam Chick. Straka's first pitch, and Ibarra swings and lines this one to right center field, and it's over the head of LeClaire and right down for a hit. Andrews around third trying to score, and she slides in safely, and Nebraska takes a 2-1 lead in the top of the 8th inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one is lifted into deep center field. Going back is Taylor Jackson, and he's going to watch this one go out a grand slam for Colby Gomez. 3-1 Huskers. First pitch. Livingston grounds to third. Gray to her left, has it. Throws to first. In time! And Nebraska has won the 2022 Big Ten Tournament title for the first time in school history. They've won the Big Ten Tournament Championship.
Here is your host, Jessica Coody, on the Huskers Radio Network.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome into Sports Nightly. I am Jessica Coody. Hope everyone had a very safe and fun 4th of July weekend. Greg Sharpe will be out for this week, but we've got lots of fun things planned for you. Tim's also out, so it's just Andrew and I and Mike flying solo here throughout this week, but we've got some fun things planned ahead, and I can't wait to talk about all of that. Coming up on the show tonight, we're going to hear from outside linebacker Jamari Butler. He had a big spring, and it's been around for 3 years, and hopefully we'll add some depth to that outside linebacker rotation. So we'll hear from him coming up here in this next segment. We're also going to have Nick Henrich back in studio, a special event coming up for Nebraska football. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And in hour number 2, we're going to have a little Ireland preview. So most of you know and remember that back in November, I was able to go out to Ireland and be on a little tour and experience some of the things to do out there in Ireland. So we have a couple of things we want to bring to you there for those of you that might be thinking about going or might be going. You can hear more about that coming up in hour number 2, and also hear from one of the women's basketball newcomers, Maddie Krull. She's fantastic. Love these newcomers. Big additions to an already experienced and deep team full of talent coming off the NCAA tournament appearance last spring. So we're going to talk to her, see how June workouts have gone for this team, and get to know her a little bit more. We talked to her back when she first committed, but now that she's settled in a little bit more, what's her take on this program? But before we dive in anymore, man, what a weekend of fireworks. And I said it going into it, I was a little bit more prepared this year, being that last year when I first moved here, I was here for the month of June. But my first weekend in my apartment where I was staying now was the July 1st weekend, or the July 4th weekend. And I was blown away then by the fireworks display. But I think, Andrew, you were here, I think you were here last summer for the 4th, but I think this year was even wilder than last year. I mean, it was 5 days straight, and especially Saturday or Sunday and Monday, it was nonstop popping fireworks. All day, literally all day, all night. I had to wear my earbuds last night to try to get some sleep. I mean, it was wild. You said you heard it. You were downtown, and it was going off.
Yeah, I was downtown, and I said that's where pretty much everyone was at, and it was a good spot to be at. I was right on the top of PBA and in the Haymarket, and that's where everyone was. But it was, like I said, Jessica, I was here last year, and like you said, it was a 5-day, 6-day binger. And in Kansas, they do light fireworks like that, but it'll be on the 4th. And I could maybe say Missouri could be good competitors with Nebraska, but Nebraska, they don't play up here. I was even thinking and mapping out, Jessica, I need to go on back roads so I'm not getting interfering with any fireworks. I'm trying to go the best route possible, and I was trying to avoid everything.
Did you have a good view? Because is your apartment complex kind of high?
Yeah, no, I had a great view. I mean, I could just go outside and just walk up to the top of PBA, and there's probably about 20 to 30 people up there with me, and we all had a great view around all of Lincoln with
It was all over. I mean, it was everywhere
Everywhere.
you turned in every direction, just nonstop, like lighting up the sky, sparkles in the sky.
Yeah.
And I was driving back to my apartment, and I almost got distracted driving because literally it was coming from everywhere. But I was thinking, yeah, you got to be, if you're up high where you can see the entire city, it's got to be amazing. I'm with you, though. They do not play around here. Oklahoma might have 1 day worth of, that maybe could compare 1 day, but not 5.
Yes.
And definitely nothing compared to Saturday and Sunday. But it was fun. Everywhere you turned, you could see a great display. And shout out to your Uncle Scott, who let me come out there and crash the party. What was the lake we were at?
It was in South Bend.
Yeah. So
Just
they had
about
a great
30
fireworks
minutes.
display too, so that was awesome to be out there.
And
But
that was good. Just that one night's good for us. We were even saying we don't really need the 1, 2, 3 nights. And I'm not a big firework guy. I really don't like lighting fireworks, but I enjoy just going out and watching them.
yeah, well, it was a fun weekend, and I hope everyone enjoyed it with their family. But speaking of fireworks, a lot of fireworks on the recruiting trail today for Nebraska football. A couple of big-time commitments. We can't, of course, talk about them here on this program, but 2 really big commitments for Nebraska football. They stay hot on that recruiting trail. One of the commitments coming for Mickey Joseph's group, and Mickey Joseph. We've talked so much about that. We've heard it from his players. Guy like Trey Palmer, who was recruited by him. When Mickey Joseph first signed on here, I was doing a deep dive and read some articles from Jamar Chase talking about his relationship with Mickey Joseph. And Jamar was a guy that didn't like to talk about football much. So Mickey connected on him. They didn't talk about football. A lot of those other coaches that were calling and reaching out to Jamar, they wanted to talk about football and didn't know how to talk to him a lot of times about other things outside of football. But Mickey's a guy that can connect on other levels and talk to you about other things that's not just football related. And so they really developed this deep bond. And we heard Trey Palmer say the other day about how he's become a father figure to him. And so another wide receiver that has been had built a relationship with Mickey Joseph, committing to come to Nebraska. And so, yeah, they stay hot on the recruiting trail. The coaches will now take off for a little bit, and before they get back to hit the ground running for fall camp. Before they left, though, Greg had a chance to catch up with all of the coaches, had them in studio, some lengthy conversations. We'll be bringing those to you starting next week, so you won't want to miss any of those. But, yeah, great stuff from all of those coaches headed your way next week. But staying hot on the recruiting trail. We're hoping to have a couple of those new additions to the recruiting staff in here in studio here in the next couple of weeks. So we'll keep working on that so we can dive into some of that and how that's gone. Because obviously a big month of June with camps, with official visitors on campus every single weekend. It was a big month, a busy month, and it stayed busy throughout the last 30 days, but now it'll be a little bit of a time off before, hey, it's time to start talking season, the football season. But not necessarily as many fireworks over the weekend in terms of realignment that we had on Thursday. Of course, the 2 big dominoes falling. Again, the 2 additional big dominoes falling in USC and UCLA signing on to join the Big Ten. That was wild. I mean, talk about coming out of nowhere. And the night before on Wednesday night, I had talked about how slow it had been or how it's kind of a slow time for sports. But then here comes USC and UCLA said, hey, we'll take care of that for you. And now over the weekend, you're kind of seeing more speculation. A lot of sources saying they think they know this and that, but until that thing happens, who knows how this thing will shake out in the end. But today, some news coming out. The Big 12 were meeting. They were meeting this morning and have been in deep discussions per Dennis Dodd of CBS Sports that they're looking to add 6 teams from the Pac-12, Arizona, Arizona State, Colorado, Oregon, Utah, and Washington. But a source telling him that everything's on the table right now. Who knows how that's going to shake out, but the Big 12 definitely in discussions right now of what they can do, potentially maybe adding some Pac-12 teams. Meanwhile, the Pac-12 releasing a statement this morning that the Pac-12 Board of Directors met this morning and authorized the conference the chance to immediately begin negotiations for their next media rights arrangements. So they're their media rights deal right now is up in 2024. The Big 12's rights are up in 2025. So a lot of this realignment stuff is centered around those TV rights and the media deals upcoming. And so probably going to see the Big 12 potentially, to keep up with the Pac-12's negotiations, start negotiating potentially a new media rights deal earlier, maybe starting pretty soon. But as of right now, the Pac-12 has begun their negotiations, and they're going to have a 30-day window where they have exclusive negotiations with Fox and ESPN, their current rights owners. But, read a lot of fascinating articles over the weekend, and John Canzano, who is writes and has a national radio show for, I think, Sirius XM, but he spoke with Bob Thompson, the former president of Fox Sports, and dove into all of that and all of the money and the numbers and the things surrounding the different television markets and what each program could bring to a new rights deal negotiation. And he actually noted that he thought that before the USC and UCLA departure to the Big Ten, the Pac-12 was probably previously worth around $500 million. Now, without those teams, probably looking at $300 million. So that's a significant cut there for the Pac-12. But fascinating to see all the numbers surrounding this and what potential teams could add and all of that. But really the big fish out there still to catch is Notre Dame. Where does Notre Dame go? Still waiting on that, and got to think that they are going to make a move. So they're not looking outside the window, peering in on this deal, not getting left out when it comes to all this big money that's coming in. And really Clemson, where does Clemson go? But they're locked into the ACC rights still through 2036. But man, when it comes to terms of all of this, you never know who's locked into what and where, and there's really not much you really can't get out of at this point. But we'll continue to follow that, and will be absolutely fascinating to see how this all shakes out. I was reading another article that was talking about for Notre Dame, potentially Stanford could come along with Notre Dame to the Big Ten. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different options, a lot of different speculations and rumors and scenarios floating around. But I said this the other night. It's been crazy. You couldn't keep anything under wraps, and everything would leak out before it actually happened. But after the Big 12 a year ago, Texas and Oklahoma making the exit to the SEC, and then this year with UCLA and USC making the move to the Big Ten, and how that was pretty much kept under wraps until it actually was a formality and actually happened. Who knows what will happen until it actually comes out and is official, but it will be fun to follow over the next couple of days, couple of weeks, couple of months. And then I think at the core of this, what we really are coming to find is that the NCAA is probably on the verge of not having any involvement in the football conversation at all. So when does that start taking place? When do those talks start happening? That's what I've been really fascinating to see. Realignment is not over, and it's still going to have a lot of changes to come. But my curiosity is, okay, so if the NCAA is gone and we have these two super conferences, how's that going to be governed? Who's going to be in charge of managing these two super leagues? When does someone step up to the plate and say, hey, I've got this, and maybe have some foresight into how we can continue to make this sport fun and enjoyable for us, and not lose too much of what's at the core and the heart of college football? But yeah, an ever-changing, evolving story, and we are not even anywhere close to ending or approaching the near end of this thing as we continue to follow it. But you want to be a part of the show, hit us up on our text line 402-413-2400, or give us a call, chat with me. Again, Greg's out for this week, but I'll be flying solo. Would love to have you call into the show and chat about anything you want to talk about. We got lots of football talk coming up, though, here in these next couple of segments, as Jamari Butler we'll have an interview with him coming up in this next segment. So again, call, text, anything you want to do, 402-413-2400 on our Woodhouse Auto Family Hotline. The Sports Nightly Hotline brought to you by Woodhouse Auto Family. Shop Woodhouse first, 18 brands, 16 convenient locations. Simplified car buying to save you time. Shop, finance, and buy online at woodhouse.com. We're going to work in our first break here, but up next, we've got outside linebacker Jamari Butler here on Sports Nightly.
Welcome to Ag Answers, where we answer common questions related to farming and ranching. Today we're tackling the issue of GMOs, or genetically modified organisms. GMOs may sound scary, but they're actually benefiting our environment and consumers. That's because GMO crops help solve specific problems like insects, food waste, and droughts. By selecting good traits from one plant or organism and adding them to another, farmers are safely using science to produce high-quality foods better than ever before. This message is brought to you by Nebraska's corn and soybean farmers.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, I'm journalism student Grace Fitzgibbon with Campus News. Nebraska's new collaborative biosecurity lab is leading research to safeguard America's food supply against growing threats, in partnership with the U.S. Departments of Defense and Homeland Security. The lab brings together world-leading expertise in agriculture and a deep understanding of the complexities of strategic deterrence across the threat spectrum and in multiple domains.
Hey Huskers fans, this Friday, join us for another encore presentation of Sports Nightly. We'll hear from Nebraska native and soon-to-be NHL draft pick, Rucker McGorty. Brendan Franke joins the show to talk Huskers kicking game, and then Angela Thacker will discuss her storied Husker career as she enters the Nebraska Hall of Fame. In Hour 2, we'll catch up with Jay Terry, who gives us the inside scoop on gearing up for Huskers game day. Brody Belt and Turner Corcoran finish out the show with Huskers summer football updates. Tune in to your local affiliate, or at Huskers.com, or by using the Huskers mobile app. Go Big Red.
Woodhouse offers confidence as your trusted auto partner. With 18 brands and 16 convenient full-service dealerships, you can easily shop the latest models, discover a pre-owned vehicle that meets your list of must-haves, or conveniently maintain your current vehicle. And our knowledgeable and local team is ready to help, providing you the solutions to get you on the road faster, whether online at woodhouse.com or in person. Experience the difference with Woodhouse, a trusted auto partner since 1975.
At Groundworks, we take great pride in helping our Nebraska neighbors keep their homes healthy. From repairing foundations to waterproofing basements to fixing crawl spaces or lifting concrete driveways. We'd like to think our customers choose us because of our attention to detail or the fact that we're the nation's leading foundation solutions provider. What gives our customers the most comfort is we're right here in Nebraska. Visit groundworks.com for a free estimate. Groundworks, foundation solutions crafted with pride. The official foundation company of the Huskers.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Hey folks, this is Famous Dave. You know the difference between an ordinary get-together and a famous one? At most parties, the food's pretty forgettable. But imagine your table loaded with award-winning barbecue, chopped pork sandwiches, roasted chicken, and mouth-watering juicy ribs. From birthdays to corporate events, any size groups, we'll customize our menu to fit your budget. Make your next get-together fun and famous with catering from Famous Dave's. Visit famousdaves.com.
Hey Huskers fans, this Friday, join us for another encore presentation of Sports Nightly. We'll hear from Nebraska native and soon-to-be NHL draft pick, Rucker McGorty. Brendan Franke joins the show to talk Huskers kicking game, and then Angela Thacker will discuss her storied Husker career as she enters the Nebraska Hall of Fame. In Hour 2, we'll catch up with Jay Terry, who gives us the inside scoop on gearing up for Huskers game day. Brody Belt and Turner Corcoran finish out the show with Huskers summer football updates. Tune in to your local affiliate, or at Huskers.com, or by using the Huskers mobile app. Go Big Red.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we designed the Ford trucks of the future for everyone. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 45 years straight. Made for performance and capability on and off-road. Because the trucks of the future aren't designed for a few. They're built for America. Ford F-Series. Drive one today. Based on 1977 to 2021 calendar year total sales.
If there's one thing that you can count on every spring, it's that we're going to have to deal with some hail. J-Tech Construction is the company to call to make it right again. J-Tech Construction specializes in siding, roofing, windows, and gutters, even solar. They're trained for insurance claims assistance, and they can help with your insurance company. Turn to the team the Huskers turn to, J-Tech Construction. Use your favorite search engine to find J-Tech Construction online and schedule a free estimate today.
The Huskers provide the best on the field, and so does Kubota. The new Kubota L60 Limited Edition Series provides the best package for affordability, quality, and comfort, like the deluxe Grand L factory-installed cab or spacious open operator station. Maximize performance with Kubota's best-in-class HST Plus transmission and many other features of the L60 LE Series. Experience the Kubota difference. Visit nebraska-kubota-dealers.com or see Kubota of Omaha in Omaha or North Platte Kubota in North Platte.
Hey Husker fans, this is Anne-Marie from the Nebraska Beef Council. Just like the Big Red wins on the court, you can win at the dinner table with great tasting beef. From steaks and roasts to ground beef and kebabs, there are countless ways to create a meal that will have your family cheering for more. Visit beefitswhatsfordinner.com for easy beef recipes, cooking tips, and meal inspirations. Beef, it's what's for dinner in Nebraska.
Brought to you by Nebraska's beef producers and their beef checkoff.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jessica Coody. If you want to be a part of the show tonight, 402-413-2400, the Sports Nightly Hotline, brought to you by Woodhouse Auto Family. Shop Woodhouse first. 18 brands, 16 convenient locations. Simplified car buying to save you time. Shop, finance, and buy online at woodhouse.com. We continue our summer catch-up conversations with Nebraska football, and today we're going to hear from Jamari Butler, the outside linebacker. He played in 2 games last year against Fordham and Buffalo. In his first season in 2020, did not play, and so he is entering his 3rd season now with the Huskers. But crazy, his backstory is pretty remarkable. He did not even play football until his senior year of high school, since he was a 7th grader. So his first time on a football field was his senior year. He was a basketball player, thought basketball was his path, but ended up having a breakout senior season, got a lot of attention from multiple Power 5 programs, and winds up at Nebraska. Knew it was going to be a process for him to settle into his position and playing college football and learning all of that, being that he had only played 1 year of high school football after being a basketball guy, right, quote unquote. 6'5", 245 pounds, and should hopefully add some depth to that outside linebacker rotation. He's talked a lot about studying Garrett Nelson, Caleb Tanner, and is slowing down for him, the game is. And in the spring game, he had 6 tackles, a sack, and a tackle for loss. A couple of the highlight reel plays from the spring game, and got a chance to chat with Jamari a couple weeks ago. How have workouts been going? I know you guys have been hitting the weight room. You'll get on the field here soon, but how have just the weight room workouts been going for you?
It's really been going smooth, you know. We transitioning more into the running phase, so it's kind of been light. That's good because, you know, our bodies need that. But it's been smooth transitioning into more on-field stuff.
Can you take us through what the schedule looks like, I guess, what workout and the summer process looks like for you guys?
So it's like in the morning, we lift, get a little quick pump in, and then we come back at 4, and then we run. Whether it be like they teaching us running or just like running, just a condition.
And how important is this time to set you guys up for what you do for fall camp?
I mean, it's mainly the most important time because when you're running in the sun, you're losing calories, you know, so you got to eat. And then transition to fall camp, you got to really lock it in, rail things up, learn the playbook and all that.
How much does this time bring together a team and you build that chemistry?
Really, it shows who tough and who not. Like, you know, 100 degrees outside, that really bring out, like, you know, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but, like, that's really if you see somebody mentally tough or if they going to give up on you. Like, if they lasting through the summer workouts and they coming in every day doing what they're supposed to do, that's how you know if you're going to be able to trust them.
You're a guy that's name came up a lot during spring. How did you feel when the spring ball chapter was closed, what you were able to accomplish this spring?
It was a big step for me, really, because I came in not weighing enough. But, you know, this spring I gained weight, learned the plays, and it helped me play faster. So once my name started coming up, I looked at it like it's a stepping stone, you know. So I'm just keep working, doing what I was doing.
What was the weight process look like? How much did you want to gain? What went into that to allow you to be able to do what you did in the spring?
Really just because I didn't used to eat a lot. So really just taking on the meal plan and actually following through with it, that helped me a lot. Because at first I ain't take it serious enough. But now I take it serious because I see the progress I made. So
I read that you only played 1 year of high school football, right? How much is that too, just kind of figuring out how to play this, at this level and at your position?
I mean, it's still kind of all new to me. Like when I be learning certain stuff, because I played basketball most of my life. So come out 1 year football play and come here and seeing how things operate, I'm like, oh yeah, this serious now. So just like not creating bad habits, because everything's still new to me. So not creating bad habits and just keep working at what I need to work on, it's been helping me a lot.
Did you come in just kind of like a sponge, being that you didn't know so much about the sport and what all you had to learn to be able to play at this level?
Yeah, that's really what it was. I was eager to learn because I didn't know. So like playing behind guys like Caleb and Garrett, they taught me a lot. Like I'm always open to that because I know I still got a lot of room to improve because I haven't played as long as they have. So yeah.
What is it like being a younger guy to have guys like that have had success and have done it and now are stepping into a leadership role to bring you along like that?
I mean, it's really motivation because I love to see my teammates do good. We in NIL, I love to see them. So once I see that, it just brings me motivation to like work harder.
Why did you want to play football if you were a basketball guy?
Because really, I had a football weight training class, but I ain't used to lift. I just used to watch. So the coach was like, why you gonna be in here if you're not gonna do nothing? So now I started lifting and I liked it. So then he was like, come out for spring football. And I went out there and I had fun with it. So now I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just play.
Your position specifically where you're able to get off quickly and get that first step, how much did basketball play into that where you have to have that quick first step? Really
a lot, because basketball you gotta be able to move. So like when I do certain moves on the football field, it feel like basketball. And that helped me like a lot, just footwork wise.
So being that you felt like you kind of took a step in the spring, what's your goal for this summer?
This summer really just keeping it on track, like not backtracking. So like I capitalize off spring, I got to capitalize off fall camp leading into the season.
Does it feel different for you being that you were new, you're figuring things out, but now that you maybe have a position to play a big role for this team, does it feel different going into this time around?
I really don't, because like in practice, so like, how I explain this? The role not gonna be too big because I was prepared for it. Like, even though I was playing behind them, I still kept an open mind. So like, in practice, I go 100%. So that way, in the game, it just feels just like practice.
Is it exciting though, knowing that it seems like this defense is gonna call your number a little bit more this season as opposed to last year?
Yeah, it is exciting, I ain't gonna lie. But like I said, I'm ready to step up, so.
It is going to be fun to see how Coach Stander works with that outside linebacker room. A lot of talent, a lot of young talent in that room. So, yeah, he's going to have some fun trying to figure out, draw up some schemes and some plays with that. You heard him talk about Caleb Tanner, Garrett Nelson, and those are two names that have come up a lot. And as we talk about team captains, wouldn't be surprised to see either two of those names, Garrett Nelson, Caleb Tanner, being named a team captain this year. I think they've really taken on a big leadership role, which was needed, being that a lot of those leaders left that were, especially on the defense, left, ran out of eligibility, graduated, went to the NFL. But we'll see, especially how that leadership develops come fall. But right now it seems like Garrett Nelson, Caleb Tanner are two of those guys that have taken on that role. If you're watching that video on our YouTube stream, when it popped up on the screen, Andrew said, and Andrew shot this video, but I don't think he really even recognized until he saw it on the screen again. He said, man, that guy is a unit. I mean, he is a big guy. We've joked about, your off the bus guys, off the bus first guys, and Caleb Tanner is a name that we said a lot as one of those guys you want to get off the bus first. Jamari Butler is also one of those guys. He looks the part and has put on some weight here leading into this season. So hopefully should add, again, as mentioned, some depth to that room, and you can have a great rotation going on with those outside linebackers with a lot of different options there. All right, gonna work in our next break here, but we're gonna keep talking football as Nick Henrich will be in studio coming up next. But I want to take this time to tell you about the Nebraska football 3-game mini plans. You can customize them to whichever 3 games. They're on sale now for only $180. Choose from one game in each of these 3 groups: September, North Dakota, Georgia Southern; October, Indiana or Illinois; November, Minnesota or Wisconsin. Seating is located in the north and south end zone. So visit huskers.com/tickets to get those 3-game customizable mini plans right now. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Keep it here on Sports Nightly.
Let me grab my car keys and we'll roll.
We still going to that new bar downtown?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Lexi, give me driving directions from home to downtown bar district.
Autocorrect. Suggest Uber. Pickup. Home. Drop off downtown bar district.
No, I'm driving.
Suggest the Metro bus. Departing in 12 minutes.
Huh. Point taken, Lexi. We'll grab a ride.
If you drink, don't drive. Decide to ride. Brought to you in partnership by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and Uber.
Touchdown, Nebraska!
If you're doing business in Nebraska, the best way to connect your organization with the excitement surrounding the Huskers is through a partnership with Nebraska Athletics. You can take your business to the next level by reaching loyal Husker fans through in-venue signage, digital and social media, radio advertising, and more.
Got it!
Join the Husker team today and email partners@huskers.com to learn more about opportunities to connect with Husker Nation. That's partners@huskers.com.
Hey folks, this is Famous Dave. You know the difference between an ordinary get-together and a famous one? At most parties, the food's pretty forgettable. But imagine your table loaded with award-winning barbecue, chopped pork sandwiches, roasted chicken, and mouth-watering juicy ribs. From birthdays to corporate events, any size groups, we'll customize our menu to fit your budget. Make your next get-together fun and famous with catering from Famous Dave's. Visit famousdaves.com.
Triple B Feed has the products to help your cows thrive. Whether it's weekly delivery of consumption-controlled Lumix liquid minerals with protein or Redmond natural mineral salt for livestock or humans, Triple B has you covered. Let Brian and Brad Blahorn take some of the stress out of your beef production this year. For more information and other products, visit triplebfeed.com. Triple B Feed, helping you and your cattle.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Welcome to Ag Answers, where we answer common questions related to farming and ranching. Today's topic, animal agriculture. There's been a lot of talk suggesting that giving up meat is good for the environment. However, livestock emissions only account for less than 4% of greenhouse gas emissions, according to the Environmental Protection Agency. Also, by reducing meat in your diet, you're missing out on all sorts of beneficial nutrients like protein, iron, and zinc. This message is brought to you by Nebraska's corn and soybean farmers.
Celebrating 50 years in the commercial real estate development industry in Omaha and nationwide, Noddle Companies is proud to continue its tradition of supporting Husker athletics. Check out what's new in Omaha, which includes revolving recreation and the food hall at Zone 6 in Exarban Village. Another exciting project coming soon are the Blackstone Urban Row townhomes. Noddle Companies, creating long-term value through community development. For more information, visit noddlecompanies.com. Go Big Red.
Any lot, set, hut! Announcing the Nebraska Lottery's Lucky for Life ticket snap. Start to play by purchasing a Lucky for Life ticket by July 26th and enter the voucher number for a chance to win Nebraska football Skybox season tickets, regular season tickets, single game tickets, or a weekend football experience. It's our Lucky for Life ticket snap promotion, and it's 100 yards of fun. Lucky for Life top prize odds 1 in 30 million.
Hey Huskers fans, this Friday, join us for another encore presentation of Sports Nightly. We'll hear from Nebraska native and soon-to-be NHL draft pick, Rucker McGorty. Brendan Frankie joins the show to talk Huskers kicking game, and then Angela Thacker will discuss her storied Husker career as she enters the Nebraska Hall of Fame. In Hour 2, we'll catch up with Jay Terry, who gives us the inside scoop on gearing up for Huskers game day. Brody Belt and Turner Corcoran finish out the show with Huskers summer football updates. Tune in to your local affiliate or at huskers.com or by using the Huskers mobile app. Go Big Red.
Let me grab my car keys and we'll roll.
We still going to that new bar downtown?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Lexi, give me driving directions from home to downtown bar district.
Autocorrect. Suggest Uber. Pickup. Home. Drop off downtown bar district.
No, I'm driving.
Suggest the Metro bus. Departing in 12 minutes.
Huh. Point taken, Lexi. We'll grab a ride.
If you drink, don't drive. Decide to Ride. Brought to you in partnership by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and Uber.
At Groundworks, we take great pride in helping our Nebraska neighbors keep their homes healthy. From repairing foundations to waterproofing basements to fixing crawl spaces or lifting concrete driveways. We'd like to think our customers choose us because of our attention to detail or the fact that we're the nation's leading foundation solutions provider. What gives our customers the most comfort is we're right here in Nebraska. Visit groundworks.com for a free estimate. Groundworks. Foundation solutions crafted with pride. The official foundation company of the Huskers.
Welcome back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Acres, solutions for every field. As we welcome you back to Sports Nightly, I'm Jessica Coody, and we've got a very special event coming up here in Lincoln. And to talk a little bit more about that is linebacker Nick Henrich. You were just in here a couple weeks ago talking about football, but today we're going to talk about the special cause that is an annual event here, and it means a lot to this football program, right?
Yeah, it does. To register for the road race, you can go to huskers.com/road race. It's Sunday, July 17th, and it's just a really incredible event, honestly. It's a great opportunity for us as athletes to just spend time with fans and really interact with them. And then obviously it's for pediatric brain cancer, which is something that's hurt a lot of families. So anything we can do as a community and as a state to help that out, I think is really huge.
Yeah, so the Nebraska football road race, Sunday, July 17th. You heard him say it, huskers.com/road race. And this is an event, when you get here, you kind of immediately the whole team participates in. And I know you in particular got involved and developed a special relationship with a patient, right?
Yeah, I did. Last year, Will Honus, who, if you've ever talked to Will or known Will, you know he's just a really, really, really great guy. So he built a relationship with this guy named Andrew, who's in a wheelchair, and because I believe he's from Kansas and was family friends with Will, somehow that connection. But with Will's knee injury last year, he needed someone to push him, so he talked to me about it, and I was really happy to do it. And yeah, even though Will's in Kansas State, I'm still going to be pushing Andrew this year, and I'm looking forward to see him.
What does this do for a team, and you in particular, when you see, I mean, I think you can get caught up, all of us can get caught up in our day-to-day duties and playing football and going to workouts, but when you spend some time with some of these kids and these patients that have gone through the toughest battles that anybody could ever go through, what kind of perspective does that provide? Yeah,
I mean, it makes you realize that if you lose a game or you tear a ligament in your knee, that's ligament's going to heal, but some stuff is, just provides some real perspective, I think, on what issues are in the world, and that we're really, really all lucky to be in this situation that we are right now, and we should all be banding together to do whatever we can to help those less fortunate than us.
How much fun is the day, though? It seems like awesome. I missed it last year. I can't wait to go this year. I will be there this year, but it seems like the team's all having fun. You guys are interacting with everybody at the event. It's a cool way for fans to come get a unique perspective of getting to interact with you guys. Yeah, it really is. It's a lot more chill. We're just kind of out there talking to everyone and mingling, whereas fan day, it's kind of like a line and all that stuff. This is just real free-flowing, and obviously it's great to interact with the kids because they're also excited to run in the fun run, and then it's cool to watch some of the adults and even some kids run the 5K, and it's just overall a real great atmosphere and a real fun day. And how important is it for you guys as a team to utilize a platform to raise awareness, to raise funds for a cause like pediatric brain cancer? Yeah, I mean, as I was talking about earlier, this whole issue provides a lot of perspective, and we've all been given platforms as, Husker student athletes that we need to utilize and just lead for change and hopefully raise awareness and do whatever we can to help those families that are struggling. I thought it was neat, too, because back in the fall, there was a pediatric brain cancer awareness game. And the night before the game, you guys all met with some of the kids that participated in the race, and you handed them over the check. That's got to be cool, too. It's not just this one-day event. You guys try to do things throughout the year to help with this cause. Yeah, definitely. It's something that we try and, help out with as much as we can. And,
the road race is just another big day and a big event where we can do that. So we're really, really excited for it.
All right, give us a sell for fans that are listening in. Tell them why they need to go to huskers.com/road race and be a part of this year.
I mean, like I said, it's a real fun day. You get to interact with all the Husker players and I believe Husker volleyball as well. So it's a fun day, competitive day, you know what I mean? If you want to run the 5K, it's $30 and, race, or you can just walk it too and have a good time and meet some really great people in a great community. So, yeah, register at huskers.com/road race, and we'd love to see everyone out there.
I will not be running. I'm not a runner. If I would participate, I'd definitely be a walker.
Yeah,
but
and nothing's wrong with that.
Last year there were some coaches that got involved too. Do you have like a pick of somebody on the staff that might win, that could run right now on this coaching staff that could run a pretty fast 5K?
Man, I mean, if Coach Frost is running, he's going to be competitive. So I don't think he'd let anyone beat him. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited. We'll see who actually is running, and then maybe we'll place our bets then as players. But, yeah, we'll see what happens.
What about if the players were running, who would run the fastest 5K?
God, it would be brutal. Probably some receiver. I don't know if anyone on the team really has long distance running experience, but we'll see. I'd be all right. I'd put myself up there, but no, I'm kidding. We'll see what happens. It'd be fun.
Well, appreciate your time. Thanks for coming to bring awareness to this important event, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys on July 17th out there for the Nebraska football road race.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
That is Nick Henrich with Nebraska football. Again, you can register huskers.com/road race. We're going to step aside for a quick break here on Sports Nightly. Nebraska 811 says go dig red. Before you dig, always click or call 811 to have your utility lines marked. It's free, it's easy, it's the law.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we designed the Ford trucks of the future for everyone. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 45 years straight. Made for performance and capability on and off-road. Because the trucks of the future aren't designed for a few. They're built for America. Ford F-Series. Drive one today. Based on 1977 to 2021 calendar year total sales.
Attention anyone standing near a mud puddle. Trucks and Bucks is back, so take cover. The Nebraska Lottery's most popular scratch game is roaring down the road again. And this year we're giving away 8 blue 2022 Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew Flex Fuel trucks. So buy a $2 Trucks and Bucks ticket today. You could win a new Ford F-150 and make a real splash in your neighborhood. Ford F-150 is a registered trademark owned and licensed by Ford Motor Company. Top prize odds 1 in 336,000.
Growing up, my parents always encouraged me to do what's right, even if it wasn't easy. I'd always hear my mother's voice say, "Do the right thing." That stuck with me. Every day, just do the right thing. That's it. The rest takes care of itself.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe in doing the right thing for our customers and our communities.
See Agent Joe Methy in Kearney, Jackie Rowan in Lexington, or Megan Fales in Cozad today.
You already got the hat, the jersey, maybe even the occasional red and white face paint. So kick things off right this season and add the FNBO Husker Visa debit card to the list. Pay loud and proud for every Husker decal, t-shirt, or hot dog at the game. Wear your heart on your sleeve and in your wallet with the Husker Visa debit card. Free with any checking account from FNBO, the bank of Husker Nation. Get yours today at fnbo.com/Huskers. Member FDIC.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Hey folks, this is Famous Dave. You know the difference between an ordinary get-together and a famous one? At most parties, the food's pretty forgettable. But imagine your table loaded with award-winning barbecue, chopped pork sandwiches, roasted chicken, and mouth-watering juicy ribs. From birthdays to corporate events, any size groups, we'll customize our menu to fit your budget. Make your next get-together fun and famous with catering from Famous Dave's. Visit famousdaves.com.
Whether you compete on the court, at the track, on the field, or in the fields, winning isn't just a goal. It's a mindset, shaped, honed, and defined throughout the season. That's why farmers pushing themselves to be the best plant DeKalb brand corn. Wherever you compete, winning has roots. Perform at your best with DeKalb. Always read and follow grain marketing and all other stewardship practices and pesticide label directions.
Welcome back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Acres, solutions for every field. Welcome back to Sports Nightly. I'm Jessica Coody. Final segment here of hour number 1, and we're going to have Maddie Krull coming up here in hour number 2 and talk a little women's basketball, but thought we'd talk a little hoops because there was some news, quite a bit of news going on over the weekend, and I'm not just talking about Kevin Durant and all of that saga, but Trey McGowan's signed a summer league contract with the LA Clippers, so that news coming out over the weekend, and he will compete with the Clippers. There's actually a game going on right now, Memphis and the Sixers. Grizzlies and the Sixers. So have a couple weeks of the summer league. So Bryce and Trey both will be competing in that. But awesome news for Trey McGowan's to be able to sign that contract. You know, all you need is a chance. And there's a lot of guys that go undrafted that sign a deal and go prove themselves in summer league. And then once you get to the preseason. So he's got an opportunity, and that's a fun team with the Clippers. Andrew, you going to change your loyalties from the Lakers to the Clippers now that Trey's on with the Clippers?
Nope, there's no way I would ever switch my loyalty from the Lakers, but I liked exactly what you said. All you need is a chance, and for instance, on that Charlotte Swarm roster is Tyshawn Alexander, who was a guard from Creighton, and he was there a few years ago at Creighton. He was a 2-year guy, didn't work out. He went overseas and played in Europe, and he got his time back, and now look at him now. He's playing he'll be starting and playing his game in the 8th. And look at him. Like you just said, all you need is an opportunity, and he's taking advantage of it.
And a guy on your Lakers team, Austin Reeves, went undrafted and signed a free agent deal, a summer league deal, and went and balled out in the summer league. Then he came in and really competed during the preseason and then provided a spark off the bench and performed well. And now he's a guy that the Lakers can either keep on their roster for, to stay underneath that salary cap. He's not a huge financial burden, I guess you could say, but he's also a guy that a lot of teams want, so you can use to negotiate bringing guys in. So, a lot of things could happen for Trey McGowan's. His first summer league game, you looked it up, he plays on Saturday, right? July 9th?
Yep.
And they play Memphis at 6:30, so that's on NBA TV. So that's Trey, Saturday, July 9th. Bryce, we also looked up his schedule, and he will be playing Friday, the 8th, against the Pacers. You can watch that game on ESPN. What are you looking for to see out of Bryce?
I mean, my biggest thing, I would love to see how he locks up other shooting guards and defenders. I need to see kind of how he adapts and how he can really... I mean, you're going to get some nerves. I mean, already at the start of this Memphis 76ers games, Kennedy Chandler, who was one of the first picks from Memphis, he was struggling a little bit right in the gate. But, I mean, this just gives a chance for these kids to go out, show what they have, just get improved. And this is a great opportunity for Bryce and Trey.
Yeah, and just to get a feel of the NBA level, it is different from college, so you get your first taste of it here in Summer League. But, hey, low-key, I might be a Charlotte fan now, too.
Thank you. I was just going to say, Jessica, are you going to switch your loyalty from Oklahoma City to Charlotte now?
I'm not switching my loyalty, but I might just be a fan. Like, everybody has, like, their one team, right?
Yep.
It's always going to be the Thunder for me. But your second team, another team that you kind of root for, it might be Charlotte for me to see Bryce. And they got a lot of young. That's going to be a fun team. They got a lot of young, exciting talent.
I mean, even like what you said, having your guy Brady Manick back. You have Bryce McGowan's. You have Nick Richards from Kentucky. Mark Williams, my guy from Duke. You have Tyshawn Alexander. And you even have LiAngelo Ball coming back again for the Summer League. And I mean, he spent 21 and 22 season with the Swarm, and he was a role player, mostly off the bench. But, I mean, he's a great outside shooter, and he's brothers with some legends.
Some legends. Yeah. So what about Kevin Durant? Where do you think he goes?
In my opinion, I think Kevin Durant is going to go back to home. I think he's going to go back to Washington, D.C. I think that...
Nope.
I think that he's going to end up going back with Bradley Beal. Washington has a lot of cap space that they still could end up signing a max contract guy, because Kevin Durant wants a max contract, and that's what you have to think about. Who's going to sign him and who's going to give him the big bucks?
Well, and the thing is with Kevin Durant, for teams to trade for him, they got to give up a lot, and there's a lot of teams not willing to part with that. I think he ends up going back to the Nets and for this season and seeing how it goes, but I don't think he's going to Washington. I don't think he's going to Golden State. That was a rumor that was floating around earlier, but
what do you think about
maybe Phoenix, but I don't think Phoenix wants to part with Devin Booker.
What do you think about him coming back to Oklahoma City? Have you thought about, would you bring him in personally?
I have thought about that. I did see somewhere that it was asked. I don't know if it was somebody within the Oklahoma City organization, but it was asked, yes, it was with somebody within the Oklahoma City organization, if it would ever be a possibility, and it was said absolutely not. I think the wounds are probably still a little too fresh for that to happen, but when I was telling you I could see Kevin Durant going back to Oklahoma City, I was talking more later on at some point once his career is kind of taking place, because he's a guy that cares what people think. He cares about his legacy, and right now people question where his legacy stands, because he won his championship with Golden State, who had already won and has done it without him now, and so he needs to win another title, and so I think right now he wants to go somewhere where he can win an NBA championship, help a team, lead a team to an NBA championship on his terms. But eventually I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up going back to Oklahoma City. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how it all plays out. But he wants to have his jersey retired there. And I think right now the wounds are still a little bit too deep there in Oklahoma City. But speaking of the Thunder, I was really, really sad to see that they had waived Isaiah Roby, former Nebraska Husker. And man, he got a chance. That's one of my first assignments that I did a year ago, was going to cover his camp and interviewing him. And such a nice guy, and he's a guy we saw really develop and really grow into a big role last year. Played very well in some games, had some massive games for the Thunder, and his stats ended up improving tremendously too. He averaged over 10 points a game, nearly 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and had some positive minutes and played 21 minutes a game. He's, again, still growing young, developing, 24 years old. So the Thunder waive him, and immediately, which I said that to you guys about Bryce, that would be a full loaded roster, that they're going to have to be making some moves. But immediately when Isaiah Roby was waived, a lot of teams were interested in him because of what he showed last year. And so just a couple of hours ago, the Spurs claiming Isaiah Roby off waivers. So again, not surprised to see him go to the Spurs either, because Oklahoma City's general manager, Sam Presti, came from the Spurs. It's kind of a little bit similar, a couple of organizations that mirror a bit of each other, and so I think he'll fit in with that organization, but glad to see him find a landing spot. Knew it would not take long at all after the season that he had last year, and he posted on his Twitter, "Thank you, Oklahoma City, for the opportunity to grow over the last 3 seasons. Great organization, people, and fans." I think he's going to continue to have a solid career in the NBA. What do you think, Andrew?
No, I 100% agree with you. I mean, we're even talking about how all these guys need minutes and they need to establish themselves. I mean, like, I thought Roby established himself years ago, and he just keeps getting better, and he keeps getting better. And I think, like you said, with the Sam connection, I think this is going to help Isaiah grow, and this is just going to keep getting him on another platform to get him better and better and better.
So that is where Isaiah Roby lands. And again, Trey McGowan signing a free agent summer league deal with the Clippers. And Bryce will have his first summer league game coming up on Friday against the Pacers, 6 o'clock on ESPN. So it'll be fun watching those guys. And it's just, again, so huge for this program to be able to say, hey, look what we've done. Putting guys in the league 3 years straight, guys playing. Delano Banton a year ago under Fred Hoiberg, played for Coach Hoiberg, and now here's Bryce, and you got Trey in the conversation too. So absolutely massive for recruiting when you can start showing that, and hey, look what we've got going on in the NBA, because ultimately that's what guys want. That's their goal, is to find a way to get to the NBA. All right, that is hour number one. Man, that flew by. Stick around. We got big things coming up for you in hour number two. We're going to talk a little women's basketball with Maddie Krull. And we're going to talk a little college football. We're going to preview going to Ireland, the trip to Ireland, so you won't want to miss it. Stick around for that. Buckle up and put the phone down. A reminder from the NDOT Highway Safety Office. Hour number two up next.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
There is no place like Nebraska, and there's no place that treats you like home like Sap Brothers. For 50 years, Sap Brothers has fueled America's heartland and been a reliable partner to local farms and Husker fans across Nebraska, providing the highest quality fuel, lubricants, and propane, servicing your farming equipment and welcoming guests into their travel centers. Visit www.sapbros.net. Sap Brothers is proud to be an official partner of Husker Athletics.
Woodhouse offers confidence as your trusted auto partner. With 18 brands and 16 convenient full-service dealerships, you can easily shop the latest models, discover a pre-owned vehicle that meets your list of must-haves, or conveniently maintain your current vehicle. And our knowledgeable and local team is ready to help, providing you the solutions to get you on the road faster, whether online at woodhouse.com or in person. Experience the difference with Woodhouse, a trusted auto partner since 1975.
If there's one thing that you can count on every spring, it's that we're going to have to deal with some hail. J-Tech Construction is the company to call to make it right again. J-Tech Construction specializes in siding, roofing, windows, and gutters, even solar. They're trained for insurance claims assistance, and they can help with your insurance company. Turn to the team the Huskers turn to, J-Tech Construction. Use your favorite search engine to find J-Tech Construction online and schedule a free estimate today.
As the Huskers head to halftime, Frank is off the couch and headed for the fridge. Ooh, but he can't make it because he's so hot. The air conditioning is out again. But wait, he sees an opening. SOS! SOS, he screams and calls 391-2336. SOS Heating and Cooling, his favorite Luxair dealer. Boy, he made the right call today as SOS is already on the way. SOS is your trustworthy company since 1950, and with Luxair, you get free 10-year labor warranty with the new system. Call 391-2336 or visit soshvac.com today.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented by the NDOT Highway Safety Office, who reminds you to buckle up and put the phone down.
Farrell swings and lifts a high fly ball to right center field. Wilkerson back into right, still going back, and she can't make the catch. It's down for a hit. Kitty around third. She's going to come in to score. Huskers win. Huskers win. Huskers win. 2-1. 3-1 pitch, and that ball's ripped into right field. That's chasing McDonald back. He watches that go over his head and over the wall. That's a 2-run shot for Cam Chick. It's Caracas' first pitch, and Ibarra swings and lines this one to right center field, and it's over the head of LeClaire and right down for a hit. Andrews around third trying to score, and she slides in safely, and Nebraska takes a 2-1 lead in the top of the 8th inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one is lifted into deep center field. Going back is Taylor Jackson, and he's going to watch this one go out a grand slam for Colby Gomez. 3-1 Huskers. First pitch. Livingston grounds to third. Gray to her left, has it. Throws to first in time, and Nebraska has won the 2022 Big Ten Tournament title for the first time in school history. They've won the Big Ten Tournament championship.
Here is your host, Jessica Coody, on the Huskers Radio Network.
Welcome back inside our Huskers Radio Network broadcast center, sponsored by Acres, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Acres, solutions for every field. Hour number 2 of Sports Nightly on your airways. I'm Jessica Coody. Greg Sharpe on vacation for the week, so flying solo here, but we got lots of fun things coming up for you here in these next few days. But less than 50 days, it's crazy, less than 50 days out from kickoff against Northwestern in Dublin, Ireland, Saturday, August 27th, inside Aviva Stadium. And wanted to talk a little bit about the game because we're approaching a deadline mark coming up on July 11th for fans to be able to purchase tickets directly from Nebraska Athletics. So that cutoff will be July 11th. And if fans are on the fence, maybe considering buying tickets, or maybe actually bought tickets and want to hear a little bit more about it and things to do. Back in November, I got a chance to go visit, and they had a lot of things planned for us. We saw a lot of different things, a lot of different places and things to do there. It's beautiful, and it should be a great atmosphere. They're so excited to have Nebraska come to Dublin or to Ireland, and excited to have fans come into the city. And Aviva Stadium is a cool stadium. It's busy with events all year round. They play rugby, lacrosse, all kinds of things. And so I got a chance to chat with Daniel Wynn. He's the operations manager of Aviva Stadium, and talk about the preparations and how excited they are to have Nebraska come play a game inside Aviva Stadium coming up on August 27th. Well, first of all, how excited are you guys in this team to welcome in Nebraska Northwestern for this football game?
We're massively excited. It's been such a long time since we've hosted a college football game. I think the last one was 2016. So yeah, we've had a couple of barren years here with COVID restrictions, so it's going to be great to host another college football game and invite a lot of Americans over, obviously, to the game. And yeah, we're just very excited, yeah.
What a beautiful stadium and unique, and I think Husker fans are going to love kind of being able to check this out. But kind of give us a little background on this stadium, and you guys pack this thing out for all kinds of sporting events, right?
Yeah, well, we're the national stadium for rugby and football in Ireland. Soccer instead of football, we call it. Obviously, association football here. But yeah, so we pack it out, 50,000 fans. We've got 2 big games this weekend. We've got Ireland are playing Portugal in the soccer, and then Ireland are playing New Zealand in the rugby on Saturday. So yeah, the stadium got redeveloped about 10 years ago. So yeah, as you can see, it's pretty much brand new here.
And what will the fans here that live here in Ireland think about American football and this matchup between Nebraska and Northwestern?
Well, American football's gained a lot in popularity over the last few years, so I think we're going to gain a lot of more fans here next summer. So yeah, I think a lot of people are really excited about having college football again.
And we were talking a little bit off camera about just the surface and the turf here. And can you kind of give us a breakdown of what that's going to be like for players? Because it's a mixture of artificial turf and real grass.
Correct, yeah. So it's a hybrid system. We've got 4% artificial turf here. As you can see, it's quite a wide pitch. We're going to narrow that for college football. It's about 100 metres long, so it's going to be a little bit less than 100 metres for the college football game, obviously. But yeah, so it's immaculate at the moment. We're preparing for the soccer and the rugby games this weekend. Yeah, so we have a lot of people on the sidelines for college football, obviously. For rugby and soccer, we put the coaches here. Your coaches will be a lot higher in the stadium. Our rugby coaches go into the coaches' boxes up there, which will be your replay booths and your stats booths. So we have a lot of changes, but yeah, it'll be nice to kind of ring in all the changes next summer and have a different event here, you know.
And for fans that are maybe thinking about traveling, give us a breakdown of the weather and what they can maybe expect and what they might need to pack for a game in August.
Yeah, you're going to need to pack for all eventualities in Ireland, I'm afraid. It's a lot more unpredictable. But August is the nicest month of the year in terms of weather, I think, anyway. So it'll be possibly low 20s and sunshine, hopefully. The last game we had a little bit of rain, but yeah, we're hoping that you'll bring the weather from Nebraska maybe next August.
All right, last thing I got for you. Anything, any words, any messages you want to send to Husker fans that might be thinking about, you know, making the trip over here?
Well, absolutely, make the trip. I mean, we're great at hospitality here in Ireland, so you'll definitely get a Céad Míle Fáilte, and yeah, just come over in big numbers and support the Huskers and make sure you make yourselves heard.
Again, it's a really neat stadium. If you were watching on our YouTube channel, you could see it there. But great surface. It's a mixture of artificial and natural grass, as you heard him say. And they actually are going to have a pitch renovation. His words, he said he called it a pitch renovation this month here in July. So it'll be a brand new pitch. That the first first game that will be played on the new pitch will be Nebraska and Northwestern coming up on August 27th. They have a lot of events in that stadium. I mentioned rugby, lacrosse, all of that. They actually did a lot of concerts also throughout the summer. So they are so excited to have the football game there, and I know the fans will be excited to have the game there as well. So if you're going and you're going to make a week of it and looking for things to do, one of the things that you could do is check out the Jameson Whiskey Distillery. They have a lot of different tours, I think 6 different tours that you can choose from, and you can spend multiple days there, and you could have a cocktail making class. You can go see where all the whiskey is made, all kinds of different experiences there. And it's the #1 distillery tour in the world. They were awarded that. So they really do a great job with it. It's fascinating. They talk about even how the all of the different ingredients that go into it. It was really fun. I really enjoyed getting to do that. And so for those of you that might be interested in checking out one of the Jameson distillery tours, I chatted with Une Connolly and Aaron Grant, who work there at Jameson. Fans that might be coming to Dublin for the football game and looking for something to do, what are some of the things that can be done here at the Jameson distillery?
Well, we have 5 fantastic experiences. We have our signature tour, which is the Bow Street Experience, and it's the world-leading distillery tour. And in that, they will do some comparative whiskey tasting. So what makes Jameson special? We also have 4 other experiences. We have a very fun cocktail making masterclass, a black barrel blending class. It's actually, black barrel is really taken off over in the States. And we have some secret whiskey tasting in John Jameson's office, which is really cool. And our 5th experience is a cask draw experience in our maturation warehouse, where you get to drink some really potent whiskey, so very strong, so not for the faint-hearted. Jameson, you know, in August, this is a real party atmosphere. So there is on a Saturday afternoon or right through the week, you know, when the American football's in town, you can expect a lot of high energy. The place is really buzzing. Real big party. So I think people will be, you know, very pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, there's something for everybody, right? There's a lot of, you heard the 5 different experiences. How much fun is it for people to come in here and kind of get to experience this? Because a lot of people think you can buy Jameson, but to get to actually see where it's made.
Yeah, like, of course, the whiskey is very, very important. It's a massive, important aspect of the building, but so are the people. I was only talking to a customer today about how the building is brick and mortar, but the life and the energy, as Una was saying, is the people, and the people that are given the experiences. So, as we heard, the term Nebraska nice also applies here in Ireland. We're all very friendly. We love the Americans. We love welcoming you guys, and I think we have a great bond across the oceans. So I think it would be great to have you guys here enjoying our experiences.
What's your favorite part about working here? What's your favorite part about the building? Like, if you were going to be a tourist, and what do you take away from it?
Well, I have a great passion for whiskey. I think there's a whiskey for everybody, so I'm really, really getting in depth into it at the moment. So I love talking to people and educating people on the whiskey industry. So if there's any fans over there who want to know a little bit more, come over to the Jameson distillery and we'll tell you all about it.
What's kind of the one thing that when you're taking people around, they're like, oh, I didn't know that?
Let me think. Maybe we have angels share in the building, so we have evaporation throughout the entire building. So even when you come into the Jameson distillery, you're going to be smelling whiskey all evening, darling. It's not just in the glass.
Love that.
The history too, you know, like even for somebody who may not think, you know, feel like they're a whiskey drinker, there's 240 years of history, and that's fascinating. It's really cool. It's how Jameson survived Prohibition, the World Wars, and, you know, how Jameson came through the generations, you know. So in 1780, John Jameson established the distillery, and there's just, the history is really cool, and, you know, we're all barrel men. That's what we call ourselves, and, you know, so over the years, and there's we actually have an archive, so people will come in. It's actually down in our distillery in Middleton, so if you want to see that, you're going to have to go to Cork. But people will come in and say, oh, I've had a great-great-grandfather, and I believe that they may have been, you know, they worked with the horses or something, and you know, oftentimes they can find them from the records. So I think that's really cool, you know, that this was a city within a city.
For sure, absolutely. So, okay, so fans are booking their trips and trying to figure out, you mentioned the 5 different tours. Where's the best way to figure out what they want to do? You know, I'm assuming you could probably come multiple days and do different things. Yeah. Where do you get that information?
Yeah, so jamesonwhiskey.com. Everything is up there. So you've got a little visit us section. So please do come visit us.
And how excited are you guys as someone, you know, that's in the community to have like a football game that brings people from the United States over and a lot of different people getting to experience this place?
Look, it's huge. So when Notre Dame Navy came in 2012, that was huge. You know, I mean, it was one of the biggest weeks that we've ever had here, and we're expecting something similar for this. You know, the U.S. market are a big market for us here, and it's a real party atmosphere. So I've no doubt the football fans, this is really going to fit in with their itinerary. They're going to come here, and like I've mentioned, there's a number of experiences. So, you know, pop in every day. I mean, pop in for a drink if you're staying in the locality. We've got some unbelievable cocktails, which you're sampling right now.
Let's just say, give us the #1 cocktail.
Personally, for me, I love the whiskey sour. Yeah, it's my favorite. You, Erin?
I like an old fashioned. I do. We all have different tastes. Accommodates us all.
Something for everybody.
Yes, exactly.
Even if you don't like whiskey.
Yes. Well, I don't think anyone doesn't like whiskey. They just haven't found the right whiskey for them.
There you go. Oh, that was fun. So that's one of the things you could do if you're planning on going to Ireland. And I got to say, is there anything better than Irish accents? I could listen. That was Erin Grant. She was the one that took us on the tour throughout the distillery, and she had a wonderful personality, was hilarious. We told her that we'd try to get her tickets to come to the game. She's a diehard Husker fan after we chatted with her, so she'll be rooting for the Huskers out there in Dublin. But it was a great experience. But there's a lot of different things that you could do while you're out there. We also toured the Guinness Brewery too. You can go all in on that and see how that all was developed and the start and the makings of that and the history behind that. If you're more of a Guinness person more than a Jameson person, but so many great golf courses too. Absolutely beautiful golf courses all across the country. Home to some of the best links courses in all of the world, and so you can get some take in some golf right there in Dublin. There's great golf courses in Dublin, but then across the country, really, you can experience golf all over and some really, really beautiful golf. So lots of things to do while you're out there if you're looking. And a reminder that the cutoff to buy those tickets from Nebraska Athletics coming up on July 11th. So Huskers.com/tickets if you want to get a ticket to check out the season opener coming up August 27th, Nebraska and Northwestern inside Aviva Stadium in Dublin, Ireland. And speaking of that, if you're not looking to buy tickets to go to Ireland, how about you purchase the football 3-game mini plans? You can customize Husker football 3-game mini plans, and they're on sale now for $180. You can choose a game from each of these 3 groups in September, North Dakota or Georgia Southern, October, Indiana or Illinois, November, Minnesota or Wisconsin. Seating is located in the north and south end zone. And again, Huskers.com/tickets to get those tickets to go to the game, the Aer Lingus Classic there in Dublin, Ireland, or to get those 3-game customizable mini plans. All right, got to step aside for a quick break here on Sports Nightly. Up next, we're talking Husker women's basketball with Maddie Krull. Keep it here.
Woodhouse offers confidence as your trusted auto partner. With 18 brands and 16 convenient full-service dealerships, you can easily shop the latest models, discover a pre-owned vehicle that meets your list of must-haves, or conveniently maintain your current vehicle. And our knowledgeable and local team is ready to help, providing you the solutions to get you on the road faster, whether online at woodhouse.com or in person. Experience the difference with Woodhouse, a trusted auto partner since 1975.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we designed the Ford trucks of the future for everyone. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 45 years straight. Made for performance and capability on and off-road. Because the trucks of the future aren't designed for a few. They're built for America. Ford F-Series. Drive one today. Based on 1977 to 2021 calendar year total sales.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, I'm journalism student Grace Fitzgibbon with Campus News. Nebraska researchers are designing the next generation of roadside steel barriers through an industry partnership with Trafix Devices. This partnership has produced the Delta Crash Cushion, a simplistic, effective way to keep drivers safe on highways. This barrier is vital for roadside safety and significantly improves the chances motorists will be able to walk away from roadside collisions.
Hey Huskers fans, this Friday, join us for another encore presentation of Sports Nightly. We'll hear from Nebraska native and soon-to-be NHL draft pick, Rucker McGroarty. Brendan Franke joins the show to talk Huskers kicking game, and then Angela Thacker will discuss her storied Husker career as she enters the Nebraska Hall of Fame. In Hour 2, we'll catch up with Jay Terry, who gives us the inside scoop on gearing up for Huskers game day. Brody Belt and Turner Corcoran finish out the show with Huskers summer football updates. Tune in to your local affiliate, or at Huskers.com, or by using the Huskers mobile app. Go Big Red.
At Groundworks, we take great pride in helping our Nebraska neighbors keep their homes healthy. From repairing foundations to waterproofing basements to fixing crawl spaces or lifting concrete driveways. We'd like to think our customers choose us because of our attention to detail or the fact that we're the nation's leading foundation solutions provider. What gives our customers the most comfort is we're right here in Nebraska. Visit groundworks.com for a free estimate. Groundworks. Foundation solutions crafted with pride. The official foundation company of the Huskers.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts. Want to get all the latest Husker news straight to your phone? Need to be the first of your friends to get the scoop on all things Huskers? Sign up for text alerts from Nebraska Athletics. Text Huskers to 83200 to get game time notifications and updates, breaking news, special ticket offers, and more straight to your phone. All the Husker news is just a quick text away. Just text Huskers to 83200. Standard text messaging rates apply and may vary by carrier.
Did you ever buy something and get more than you expected? Emeritus offers insurance, employee benefits, and financial services, but we deliver so much more. The comfort of a human voice when you need it, the confidence of flashing a beautiful smile, the relief that your family can keep living the life they love, the serenity of knowing you've planned well and can enjoy life. That's what we really deliver. We call it fulfilling life. Emeritus, insurance, employee benefits, financial services, and much more.
You always dreamed of owning your own farm. Now you're living your dream, and it's time to pick the tractor that makes it all come together. Massey Ferguson has reinvented what compact and utility tractors can be and redefined what they do, making them easier to operate, more comfortable to drive, more versatile than ever. Massey Ferguson gives Nebraska farmers the power and performance to win in the field. Manzer Equipment in Osmond, Nebraska, your full-time Massey Ferguson dealer, proud supporters of the Huskers and Nebraska farmers since 1975.
When you're a sports fan, it's kind of like having a new love interest. You want to know all about them. Only instead of learning about someone's third-grade crush, you want to know the latest scores, stats, and lineups. To get that, you need Cox Internet. Cox gives you that window to look deeply into your beloved team's soul, not to mention their injury list. Cox, we're sports 24/7. Learn more at cox.com/sports.
From sprains and stitches to sore throats and sinus infections, when it's care that can't wait, count on CHI Health Clinic Priority Care. Simply walk in 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. You'll get the quality care you need without an appointment, and you'll never pay more than a regular primary care visit. Get in, get out, and get on with your day. Find a location near you at chihealth.com/priority care.
Everyone knows that Dakota Mac is known for their great rates on long-term fixed ag real estate loans. But just how long-term are they? They're even longer term than the silent treatment your mom gave you after she found out you backed over her peony bushes with the riding lawnmower. Even though it could have happened to anyone. Oof, talk about long-term.
Hello, it's Jim Persinger from Dakota Mac. Give me a call at 308-284-3260 to learn all about our competitive rates on 30-year fixed-rate loans.
The Sports Nightly Hotline is brought to you by Woodhouse Auto Family. Shop Woodhouse first, 18 brands, 16 convenient locations. Simplify car buying to save you time. Shop, finance, and buy online at woodhouse.com. Welcome back to Sports Nightly. I'm Jessica Coody. 402-413-2400. If you want to be a part of the show, shoot us a text or give us a call there on that Woodhouse Auto Family hotline. All right, let's talk a little women's hoops, shall we? They've been hard at it throughout the summer, throughout the month of June, and newcomers have been added to the roster, moved in at the beginning of the month, and have been hitting the court hard. And a lot of expectations for this team going into this year, coming off the NCAA tournament appearance. Was a fun group to cover, and as we've heard Amy Williams describe it, they've got a fire in the belly. They walked off the court pretty disappointed there in Louisville because they did not play their best game, and but will be a big learning experience for a lot of young players coming back that want to extend the season and go further. And one of the things we heard Coach Williams talk a lot about last summer and throughout the year that set up for the season that they were able to have is the competitiveness that they had throughout the months of June and July, that compete and connect logo. And so that competitive nature has been carried over into this summer. They've got a lot of competition going on throughout the gym. And one of the players that they've added to that competition is Maddie Krull, the transfer from South Dakota, but a Nebraska kid, a native of the state, is so appreciative of being a Husker. And we talked to her back when she committed to come here after she entered the transfer portal and committed to the Huskers. And she was wonderful to talk to, but she was still in her dorm in South Dakota trying to finish up finals and get everything situated and figure out where she was going to live. And so she's officially in Lincoln and has been here for about a month and been practicing and getting to know this team. So I wanted to check back in with her as we were chatting with all of the three newcomers that Nebraska women's basketball brought in, and wanted to revisit with Maddie Krull to see how the summers have been going for her. Well, how's it going? How are you settling in?
I'm settling in really well. It's really good to finally be here and practicing with everybody. And just yesterday, Izzy came back, so everybody's now here. So I'm excited to have workouts as a team with the whole team here. So it's very exciting.
What has it been like, though? Because you had a, kind of idea of what you were getting yourself into. But now that you've been here and you've been going up and down a little bit with the team, what's it been like?
Everything that I had imagined and hoped for. Everyone is so welcoming and helping me through the entire thing. I can ask every single person on the court questions, whether that's the coaches or the players, and they're going to help me along the way. So I've enjoyed every second of it so far.
So you haven't got a full of a lot of days with this whole team, but what's been your takeaway with how this team is kind of being put together?
Like I was telling you in our first interview, like they're just tight-knit, and you can tell because, you know, when one of them we're waiting somebody's arrival, like we all were there to see Izzy the first night she got back, and on and off the court we are always together. So it's really not just a basketball team, it's like a huge group of friends as well. So I've loved hanging with these girls off the court as well as playing with them on the court.
So what's been the emphasis here in the summer workouts that you guys have been able to get together and get on the court a little bit? What's been trying to be installed, I guess?
Learning, a lot of learning, but I think right now it's a lot of kind of learning to play together, like mending with each other and finding out, you know, how to best communicate with one another, and how that's going to help us down the road. I think that learning what everyone kind of needs as their motivation and kind of their fire to fuel is going to help us, you know, come when season starts and everything. So it starts now to figure all that kind of stuff out.
Yeah, how important is this time to feed you guys into what you want to do come the season?
It's huge from a learning perspective. As for offenses, defenses, you know, how to guard, how we can best score. But also, like I said, that team chemistry, like it's so important to be here in this summer. And when we're not able to go however many hours it is during the season a week, you know, it's 8, 4 on the court, 4 in the weight room. So it's the chemistry building off that's so important, I think, too, in the summer, of doing things as a team and getting to know each other better.
Sure. And what about the competition? I mean, you guys got a lot of talent on this court and pushing each other. Iron sharpens iron, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's something that's very special about this team is we get competitive and when we go head to head in practice, but, you know, we get off the court and we're laughing with each other because what happens here, you know, we know that we're just trying to get the best out of each other, and no one takes it personal. We get off the court, we're smiling and laughing and we're joking about the play that just happened. So I think that, yeah, competitive, that's for sure what practice is filled with, and that's what I was hoping for. So,
what has it been like to be back on the court with Allison Widener?
Oh, it's been so awesome. We had to go against each other one of these last few practices, and I was just like, I'm just excited to be on the same court again, even if we're going against each other in practice. But then we got the chance to be on each other's team for a drill, and you can tell there's still a little bit of chemistry there. So that's awesome. What was it like to put this jersey on today, and as a Nebraska kid to get it on for the first time? Surreal, very surreal. I mean, this has been a dream for a long time, and things have a funny way of working out, you know, just with the world and everything. So I'm so happy and so blessed that I can be in this uniform and be at this university. So. And you guys are taking photos today, team photos, but then also state photos. So what was that like to get to pose in a photo with some fellow Nebraska kids? It's awesome because even when we were just taking it now, Lexus Markowski was like, we should have like a Nebraska night, like that's about us Nebraska kids playing for Nebraska. And Coach Gailey was like, every home game is a Nebraska night for you guys. So I think it's awesome. And I think Lex said it best, like there's nothing like playing for your home state. So I'm just counting down the days so that I can do that. Yeah, and this podcast that I'm putting together on the newcomers. So what has been your take of the two freshmen too? They have fit in immediately. I don't think there has been a drop-off at all when they get on the court. I think that I'm really excited for both of them to grow. Sadly, we're going to lose Maggie here pretty soon to USA Volleyball, but that in itself is so awesome because I can't even imagine playing two sports at the highest level possible. And she doesn't complain. She never complains, not for a second. Callan's constantly like, hey, you want to go to the gym, get some shots up? And I just think that you show us how motivated the both of them are and how much this matters to them too. And again, it's nice to not be the only new kid to learn new things when we're in practice. You know, we're talking to each other and we're asking questions, and if we have the same question, we're going to find somebody and we're both going to listen to what they have to say. So I think they're fitting in well, and I'm super excited that we kind of all got to come in together.
You and Kellen got the TikTok trends down, and were you guys over there doing some TikToks?
Yeah, we were. We're trying to figure one out. Neither of us are very good dancers. Way better basketball players than dancers. So,
last thing I got for you, just you mentioned just coming in together. I mean, how being that there's so much returning experience from this team, how has it been gelling everybody together and then welcoming you guys in?
They, from day one, it was, come on, like we're doing this together. Like, I got your back, here we go. And any time it looked like there was 100 things running through my head, when there probably was, they came over and just reassured me. That's not even a single person, it's all of them. I think that's what's so important, is they're just looking out for the three of us so much. And because they are a returning squad, they have fire that's been fueled from their last season. So they'd know that it's not just summer workouts. This is preparation for the rest of the season and the rest of the year, so that we can be playing in postseason March again. So
special. Appreciate your time.
Yes, thank you so much.
Man, great stuff from Maddie Krull. She's an excellent interview. Love getting to chat with her. You heard her joking about the Nebraska night. How awesome was that? But should have mentioned before we went into the interview, if you missed it, Maddie and Allison Widener played on the same AAU team. And it was fun listening to Maddie talk about how she's a huge fan of Allison Widener and her game and what she brings to the court. So those two are going to be fun to get to see play together again. I'm excited about this team. And you heard her talking about the chemistry and how much they like each other. That was a big question. If for this team is chemistry is not something you can just copy and paste. It's got to be built with each individual team. So the fact that this team's chemistry is continuing to grow and it's very strong already in the month of July bodes well for this team, because that was a big part of why they were able to put together such a special team a year ago. And I think they're really hungry and they're competing really hard. So we'll look forward to seeing what they bring very soon. I mean, it'll be here before you know it. And I know season tickets are on sale now. So again, I'm doing a big ticket push tonight, apparently, but season tickets for this Nebraska women's basketball team on sale right now. And if you missed the podcast that we did with Amy Williams, the Title IX podcast, she talked about how this team has a goal that they want to sell out Pinnacle Bank Arena for a game this season. And I think we should maybe, you weigh in on this if you want to have an opinion on this. If we pick one game that we really go all in and challenge the fans to try to sell out for this team, that's a team that's deserving of a sellout and to play in front of a raucous crowd. It's already a great crowd and one of the best atmospheres in women's college basketball, but let's sell it out for them this year, and it'll be a fun for this team and certainly a deserving team for that. All right, we got to work in another break here on Sports Nightly. But again, if you want to be a part of the show, hit us up on our Woodhouse Auto Family hotline, 402-413-2400. And buckle up and put the phone down. A reminder from the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
The game isn't just about winning or losing. It's about the snacks they share after they've used up all their energy in the field. It's the early morning practice before school and staying late after to get a couple more kicks in. It's the pride they feel for their team and the determination to always keep improving. Sure, the game isn't always about winning or losing, but when they've won the big game and celebration is in full swing, there's only one thing left for you to do. Get them home safe. Buckle up and back. Paid for by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Any lot, set, hut! Announcing the Nebraska Lottery's Lucky for Life ticket snap. Start to play by purchasing a Lucky for Life ticket by July 26th and enter the voucher number for a chance to win Nebraska football Skybox season tickets, regular season tickets, single game tickets, or a weekend football experience. It's our Lucky for Life ticket snap promotion, and it's 100 yards of fun. Lucky for Life top prize odds 1 in 30 million.
Preparation. It's the key to success on game day. And like your favorite Huskers on the field, you need to be ready right from the opening kickoff. Cenex has your pregame routine covered. We've got your salty snacks, your sweet treats, ice-cold beverages to wash them down, and fresh tanks of propane to fire up the grill. Fuel your fandom at your local Cenex station. Husker pride, powered locally.
Nebraska
Nebraskans are choosing chiropractic for better health. Why chiropractic? Because it is safe, drug-free, and a cost-effective treatment option for back and joint pain. Plus, all generations can benefit from natural chiropractic care. Choose chiropractic first for pain relief, nutrition, or to improve your mobility, athletic performance, or overall wellness. Make chiropractic your first choice for better health. Find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraska-chiropractic.org. Get your life back with chiropractic.
Whether you compete on the court, at the track, on the field, or in the fields, winning isn't just a goal. It's a mindset, shaped, honed, and defined throughout the season. That's why farmers pushing themselves to be the best plant DeKalb brand corn. Wherever you compete, winning has roots. Perform at your best with DeKalb. Always read and follow grain marketing and all other stewardship practices and pesticide label directions.
Huskers, do you want a fulfilling career that's financially rewarding? Explore the many ways you can be a part of the insurance community. Go to iian.org/careers today. Business insurance is a lot to manage. Did you know a trusted choice independent insurance agent can help guide you through it at no extra cost to you? They'll do your insurance. You just do you. Find out more at trustedchoice.com.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Hey Huskers fans, this Friday, join us for another encore presentation of Sports Nightly. We'll hear from Nebraska native and soon-to-be NHL draft pick, Rucker McGorty. Brendan Frankie joins the show to talk Huskers kicking game, and then Angela Thacker will discuss her storied Husker career as she enters the Nebraska Hall of Fame. In Hour 2, we'll catch up with Jay Terry, who gives us the inside scoop on gearing up for Huskers game day. Brody Belt and Turner Corcoran finish out the show with Huskers summer football updates. Tune in to your local affiliate or at huskers.com or by using the Huskers mobile app. Go Big Red.
Greetings, Husker Nation. This is Nebraska football running back Ramir Johnson, and I challenge you to join me and all my teammates for the Sunday, July 17th, Nebraska football road race to benefit pediatric brain cancer. Not only can you help race for a cure by registering for the 1 mile all 5K, you will get to meet the Huskers and be eligible to win Huskers football tickets and exclusive prizes. This is one of my favorite events, and I can't wait to see you on Sunday, July 17th on Stadium Drive. Register now by going to huskers.com/road race. Go Big Red.
Woodhouse offers confidence as your trusted auto partner. With 18 brands and 16 convenient full-service dealerships, you can easily shop the latest models, discover a pre-owned vehicle that meets your list of must-haves, or conveniently maintain your current vehicle. And our knowledgeable and local team is ready to help, providing you the solutions to get you on the road faster, whether online at woodhouse.com or in person. Experience the difference with Woodhouse, a trusted auto partner since 1975.
Triple B Feed has the products to help your cows thrive. Whether it's weekly delivery of consumption-controlled Lumix liquid minerals with protein or Redmond natural mineral salt for livestock or humans, Triple B has you covered. Let Brian and Brad Blahorn take some of the stress out of your beef production this year. For more information and other products, visit triplebfeed.com. Triple B Feed, helping you and your cattle.
At Great Western Bank, they are committed to your community. With all the local decisions and personal attention of a hometown community bank, they also have the convenience of a bigger bank. It's the best of both, so you can bank with your neighbors and your friends. Great Western Bank wishes all area teams a safe and successful season. Great Western Bank, member FDIC.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, I'm journalism student Grace Fitzgibbon with Campus News. During the summer of 2021, 3 UNL students helped safeguard cattle across the state. Neely Anderson, Tatiana Jones, and Ashton Commons developed secure beef supply plans that prevent the spread of disease outbreak. The plans protect nearly 850,000 cattle across our state and provide greater economic security for this vital industry.
Welcome back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Acres, solutions for every field. Welcome back to Sports Nightly. Couple segments left here. The show has already gone by crazy fast. And Mark on our text line had a comment for you, Andrew. He said Durant just signed a contract for a year or two. He signed through 25-26. He's not going to Washington. They'd have to give up too much to match the money and to get and it's nothing that the Nets want in exchange in return. So he's disagreeing, and he's agreeing with me that Kevin Durant is not going to Washington.
I even saw a tweet a little while ago that said that the Nets are even expecting to have Kyrie and KD both playing at least in the first part, because the Nets are not liking the money arrangements that other teams are trying to format to them. And they've already tried, the Lakers have already, my team's been trying to throw out a few trade options that sends over Russell Westbrook, maybe a pick or two, maybe some cash considerations, but the Nets are not budging. They know that they have a winning guy who is considerably one of the top 3 players in the league right now, and they want to keep that guy, and they want to win a ring, and that's where they got that team with James Harden eventually did leave, but now Ben Simmons and now Kyrie and KD and Claxton and all these other guys coming and helping, and they want to have someone to help win them a ring, and that's what they know KD is going to do.
Yeah, I mean, can he stay healthy? He's missed a lot of games too.
Exactly.
But when he's healthy, he's one of the best in the world, and you know the Nets are going to want something for him in exchange, and a lot of teams don't want to match that. And Kyrie, I mean, I wouldn't invest in him. He's been way too unstable. So, yeah, Nets have got an interesting dilemma on their hands. But I'll bet Kevin Durant is in a Brooklyn Nets uniform, at least for this season, while they figure out what to do and he figures out what he wants to do. Because I don't think he was necessarily all about leaving teams until everything kind of really hit the fan with Kyrie. So, yeah, NBA trade rumors and news, always a topic of a lot of drama conversation, but this time of year. So we'll keep following that as well. And again, Isaiah Roby signing a deal with the Spurs, or the Spurs picking up Isaiah Roby. So good news for him. Knew it wouldn't be long for him to find a landing spot there too. Another new development with the realignment. Phil Knight, who's the big Nike executive, big Nike guy, big supporter of Oregon, has come out and said that he does not want Oregon to join the Big 12. He wants Oregon to go to the Big 10. So, all the talk today is that the Big 12 trying to be aggressive in this deal and wanting to add 6 teams to the Big 12. Pac-12 is trying to renegotiate their media rights deal and potentially add some teams to their league as well, try to save the league there. But Phil Knight not wanting Oregon to join the Big 12. So he's got a big say in that. I know he's got a good relationship with ESPN too. So, I mean, everybody's got an opinion about this deal, and there's a lot of sources floating around. We'll see how this all plays out. Andrew, if you were going to get Notre Dame, because that's right, the big domino left and the big get that everybody wants to add to their league. If you have Notre Dame, and you were adding 2 teams, which would be the one other team you'd want to add?
Good question. So you said I could either add Notre Dame.
Notre Dame is the team, because that's obvious. Notre Dame is the fish that everybody wants to catch.
And you're asking,
if you could only add one other team to go along with Notre Dame, which team would it be?
Oh my goodness! Wow, you're putting me on the spot. Who would yours be?
I've seen a lot of people say Stanford. I think Stanford would be a good get, because academically what they provide, they have a lot of teams that compete well in other sports. It's another good football program that could add, and Notre Dame and Stanford already have that relationship and that rivalry going on. Maybe it would entice both of them to come. I actually don't mind Oregon, and that's a great place to go play games too. They have a good program, a lot of history there, but I don't know if to me think that if you're going to add another, and you've just added 2 California teams that are over there completely by themselves, maybe adding 1 or 2 more that fit in on that West Coast swing that you could add. Otherwise, I don't know if it makes much sense to continue to adding East teams. So I'd like to see maybe one other team from the West to spread it out there a little bit more than just those two teams.
No, I totally agree with you on that. Now that I think about it, I mean, I think I'm going to go rock with Oregon right now. I think they have you see all the uniforms and the shoes. They have money, and I think and money talks. I mean, they reflect to me on a UCLA, USC. That's exactly what they remind me of, and I think especially with a top team like Oregon and Notre Dame, Oregon, people love the name. They love to hear Eugene. They love that as their spot, and I think if you said Stanford, I'll go Oregon.
All right, I think it's all fascinating, and Pac-12 is now behind the 8 ball, and they already were in terms of money and TV viewers, and what the rights deal could potentially be. I said in the first hour that there was a former Fox executive that did an article that said that he had estimated that originally the Pac-12 were estimating the new rights to be around $500 million, but without USC and UCLA drops down to $300 million. The Athletic wrote an article, a staff article, that I also found fascinating, some of these stats too, that television ratings, this was in the article, also reflect the widening gap between the Big Ten and the Pac-12 beyond just the money issue, but just the people that are tuning in to watch games. During the 2021 regular season, more than 3.5 million viewers watched 18 Big Ten only games. Just 2 Pac-12 only games reached that mark. And even in bowl games and non-conference matchups, 32 Big Ten teams competed in front of 3.5 million viewers. Only 9 such games involved Pac-12 teams, and 4 of those games were against the Big Ten. I mean, that is just fascinating, which we've said time and time again how many people tune in to watch Big Ten games, and that is a big part of it as well. But again, that's part of those stats were part of an Athletic article. You can find it on the Athletic there. So I'll bet there's news coming out every single day, but we're not done talking realignment. There's going to be a lot of new developments with this deal. All right, going to work in our final break, but we're back to wrap up the show next, and the Woodhouse Auto Family Hotline, 402-413-2400. Still time to be a part of the show if you'd like to. And again, the Sports Nightly Hotline brought to you by Woodhouse Auto Family. Shop Woodhouse first, 18 brands, 16 convenient locations. Simplify car buying to save you time. Shop, finance, and buy online at woodhouse.com.
At Nebraska, our people will always be our greatest asset. Day by day, donors give our teams the best opportunity to compete and win through their generous donations. Our vision for the future is ambitious and requires help from those who want to see Husker athletics excel at the highest level. Go big and join thousands of other Huskers Athletic Fund members with your gift today at huskers.com/donate.
At Groundworks, we take great pride in helping our Nebraska neighbors keep their homes healthy. From repairing foundations to waterproofing basements to fixing crawl spaces or lifting concrete driveways. We'd like to think our customers choose us because of our attention to detail or the fact that we're the nation's leading foundation solutions provider. What gives our customers the most comfort is we're right here in Nebraska. Visit groundworks.com for a free estimate. Groundworks, foundation solutions crafted with pride. The official foundation company of the Huskers.
Nebraskans are choosing chiropractic for better health. Why chiropractic? Because it is safe, drug-free, and a cost-effective treatment option for back and joint pain. Plus, all generations can benefit from natural chiropractic care. Choose chiropractic first for pain relief, nutrition, or to improve your mobility, athletic performance, or overall wellness. Make chiropractic your first choice for better health. Find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraska-chiropractic.org. Get your life back with chiropractic.
There is no place like Nebraska, and there's no place that treats you like home like Sap Brothers. For 50 years, Sap Brothers has fueled America's heartland and been a reliable partner to local farms and Husker fans across Nebraska, providing the highest quality fuel, lubricants, and propane, servicing your farming equipment and welcoming guests into their travel centers. Visit www.sapbros.net. Sap Brothers is proud to be an official partner of Husker Athletics.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
You already got the hat, the jersey, maybe even the occasional red and white face paint. So So kick things off right this season and add the FNBO Husker Visa debit card to the list. Pay loud and proud for every Husker decal, t-shirt, or hot dog at the game. Wear your heart on your sleeve and in your wallet with the Husker Visa debit card. Free with any checking account from FNBO, the bank of Husker Nation. Get yours today at fnbo.com/Huskers. Member FDIC.
Woodhouse offers confidence as your trusted auto partner. With 18 brands and 16 convenient full-service dealerships, you can easily shop the latest models, discover a pre-owned vehicle that meets your list of must-haves, or conveniently maintain your current vehicle. And our knowledgeable and local team is ready to help, providing you the solutions to get you on the road faster, whether online at woodhouse.com or in person. Experience the difference with Woodhouse, a trusted auto partner since 1975.
Welcome back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Acres, solutions for every field. Final segment here of this Tuesday edition of Sports Nightly. Man, these 2 hours just flew by. Crazy how fast it went. Again, Greg Sharpe on vacation for the week, so I'll be flying solo, but got some fun things planned for you ahead this week. We had another text from Mark on our text line. Why wouldn't the Big Ten want both Stanford and Cal? Both are strong academic programs, and that's a large media market in Northern California, and they'd be good partners for USC and UCLA. Yeah, I guess if you want to put Cal in there with Stanford, but I don't know how intriguing Cal is as far as, that football program. I mean, hasn't been a real big football program, real big football powerhouse recently. And I mean, at the core of it, I guess that's what it's about is football and the eyeballs. But yeah, I mean, you're right. It's definitely a good TV market. And that was part of that article I was reading about the viewership and how many people tune in, and that TV market that goes into your value as a program, as a football program, and what you could bring to the table. And with the Big Ten, they have those academic stipulations. We had someone ask about Kansas. Kansas would work, but a lot of programs wouldn't fit that bill as far as all the requirements you got to meet academically too. Jim Briggs in our YouTube chat brought up, he's a big supporter of Nebraska women's basketball, and brought up a question about Amy Williams' contract. I put in a question about it. I couldn't find the latest terms of her contract, but my guess is that's something that's being talked about, being what she's done with the program and how she's built that program. And it was such a success story a year ago, such a fun program to watch. So, and Trev is a huge fan. He's said it time and time again how much of a fan he is of Coach Williams and the culture and the program that she's built. So if there hasn't been something that's new recently in the contract, if a contract negotiation is coming up, is on the horizon, my guess is that he's having those conversations now, because I know he's been very pleased with the job that she's done. But that's another part of that Title IX discussion too, is the equal pay there between women's coaches and men's coaches. So hopefully that conversation is being had. I absolutely agree with you. Amy's done a phenomenal job with that program and deserves a contract. It was great to see Rhonda Revelle get rewarded with a contract extension a couple of weeks ago. I think we have another text on our chat line or our text line. Carol said, if I heard correctly, for Dublin, Huskers versus Northwestern game ends on July 11th. Can you discuss what happens after that? Can tickets still be purchased via other sources? Yes, they can still be purchased other ways, just through Nebraska Athletics. That deadline is coming up on July 11th. So if you want to purchase through the Huskers, huskers.com/tickets, that deadline is coming up July 11th. So want to get those there if that's who you want to purchase those through. All right. Well, that will put a wrap on this show. Again, just flew by. Appreciate all you guys tuning in and listening tonight. And we'll be back tomorrow with a lot of fun things planned. Have some more football interviews to bring you. And thanks to Nick Henrich for stopping by to talk about the Nebraska football road race. Such a big event. If you want to be a part of it, huskers.com/road race. I know it's important to this football team to have a good showing out there as they look to support pediatric brain cancer research. All right, that will do it for this edition of Sports Nightly. Thanks to Andrew back there running the show solo. And buckle up and put the phone down. A reminder from the NDOT Highway Safety Office. Talk to you tomorrow.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Woodhouse offers confidence as your trusted auto partner. With 18 brands and 16 convenient full-service dealerships, you can easily shop the latest models, discover a pre-owned vehicle that meets your list of must-haves, or conveniently maintain your current vehicle. And our knowledgeable and local team is ready to help, providing you the solutions to get you on the road faster, whether online at woodhouse.com or in person. Experience the difference with Woodhouse, a trusted auto partner since 1975.
At Groundworks, we take great pride in helping our Nebraska neighbors keep their homes healthy. From repairing foundations to waterproofing basements to fixing crawl spaces or lifting concrete driveways. We'd like to think our customers choose us because of our attention to detail or the fact that we're the nation's leading foundation solutions provider. What gives our customers the most comfort is we're right here in Nebraska. Visit groundworks.com for a free estimate. Groundworks, foundation solutions crafted with pride. The official foundation company of the Huskers.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, I'm journalism student Grace Fitzgibbon with Campus News. The university has a new undergraduate business and law major. Students majoring in business and law are learning to use legal knowledge to better solve business challenges. They are also gaining skills in regulatory compliance, financial services, securities regulation, and corporate social responsibility. Upon graduation, they will boost the state's talent pool in these critical areas of expertise.
Save with low price lockdown from Hy-Vee. We've locked down prices on hundreds of your favorite everyday items. Prices are locked down for months and months on major leading name brands. The products that you like, the products that you want, and products that you'll want to stock up on. And all of the prices are locked down until we unlock them and lower them even more. Low price lockdown. Deals you can't